Hi, everybody, and welcome to our lesson of Kwame Alexander, the WebQuest. So, in today's WebQuest, we are going to learn about Kwame Alexander, who is the author of the next book we're going to be reading in class. Who is the author of The Crossover? Before we begin reading our next story, it is important to understand a little bit about Kwame Alexander and what influenced his writing throughout his life. Through this web quest, you're going to learn about his young life that led him to writing, his current life that influences his work, and his passion and purpose behind the crossover. Gathering this background information is going to help you better understand the story and the purpose behind it. So, what's your task today? You're going to make a copy of this slide in Google Classroom so that way you can work through it. You're going to begin reading through the slides and working through each task to learn about the author. And then you're going to ask questions if you have them. When you're done, make sure that you press complete in Google Classroom so that I can have it turned in and grade it. So, who is Kwame Alexander?
One group of students that I worked with, these students were from a very low performing school. Their school was ranked pretty low. I mean, it was actually ranked amongst the lowest schools in the country. And I remember walking into this workshop with these young people and telling them that we're going to publish a book, and nobody believing that it could happen, not even the teachers. And and so I knew that that was going to become sort of the theme for our work over the course of that workshop, is that you can do it. I don't care what others' expectations are for you. I don't care how people have lowered your goals. You can accomplish this. And so these students, they called their book Find Me Beyond Statistics Inside Teardrops. One group of students that I worked with.
Okay, so that was just a little snippet of the video. You guys are going to be doing this lesson on your own. So I want you to finish watching that video just like we always do when we have these video recorded lessons. So after you watch that video, this is what you are going to complete for Alexander's life. You can click on this following link right here, and you'll use the information to create the timeline. So right where it says type, you're going to find his birthday, his graduation, when he wrote his first book, and his most recent book. All of that can be found in the link right here that will click you out. But if you need extra help, you can put questions in our comment section. Now, I know you guys are thinking there's a lot of reading today. That's how it always is with our web quests. We are searching the web to find information. So the next thing you're going to you're going to be finding our 5 wows. Remember, our 5 wows are things that you found to be really interesting or exciting from what you read about Kwame Alexander. So here are your steps to get to your read aloud. You can either click the link right here and go to your read aloud, or you can go to invoohio.com. When you get to this resource page, you'll be logged in immediately as long as you are using your Sandusky City Schools email. You'll click on iSearch and type Kwame Alexander into the search box. Here's what iSearch looks like, just in case you forget. After that, you're going to click on the Kwame Alexander Read Along book by Abby Cooper. You'll click View Download and begin reading it. As you are reading it, you're going to type your 5 wows on the next slide. So, what is one thing you decided to talk about, and why did you choose this? Okay, your wows are things that surprised you, things you had questions about, or things you just found that were really interesting. Next, we're going to move over to a new slide, okay? So here we have a table that we use. It's called our concept map, and it's all about Kwame Alexander. So, what are his 3 jobs? What are 2 books he has written? How many books has he written? What are 3 awards he has received? Which book was turned into a show? And what is his podcast titled and what it is about? Pay attention to the show because that's going to come in later to play in our class. Remember, to get all the answers to these questions, you will click this link and then fill out your concept map. Now we have some more family tree table type things. Use the link here to answer these questions about Kwame Alexander. Now, the first one is three weird things. When you're reading this link, you're going to learn some really interesting, unique things about Alexander, and I want you to pick the three weirdest ones that you think should go here. Then, three things about his family, three festivals he has attended, and three projects he is currently working on. You can find all these answers right on this link. Okay, so we know we're reading The Crossover, which is one of his most popular books, but he writes so many other books. So, next, you're going to go to the following link to learn about the star of his series who portrays our main character, Josh Bell, and some other important work that he has been in. If the link does not work for some reason, please follow the steps below. But you should be able to just click on this link to learn about the crossover star. Again, if the link is not working for you on your computer, follow these troubleshooting steps to search up the video. So then we're going to learn about more of his other books. Crossover is what we will be reading, as we've talked about. He has another book called Booked, another book called Rebound, and a discussion about novel in verse. So all of these are going to be super important in understanding Alexander, his writing style, and what things he is passionate about. To find this, you're going to copy and paste your evidence from the website that describes each element. So yes, this is the one time Mrs. Ludwig is telling you you can copy and paste. Okay, copy and paste the information that you think best fits in each box. And you can get to that link by clicking right here. Okay, next we're going to learn about the book and the show. Just like I told you, the show will come into play after we finish reading the book. It's always a really great hit with the students. I personally love it. So let's watch the official trailer for it to see what we're in for.
Dribble, fake, shoot, miss. Dribble, fake, shoot, miss.
Dribble, fake, shoot, miss. Dribble, fake, shoot.
Ball was our life. My brother and I always dreamt of becoming the greatest of all time.
Bro, Dad is a baller with a championship ring. That's inspiration enough.
Pro basketball at the table. I'm about GPA, not NBA.
We were unstoppable. Or so we thought.
Dad, you all right?
Yo, somebody call 911. Is Dad gonna be okay?
I'm scared.
We are not giving up. They need their father. And I need my husband to be here for me.
Guess what doesn't break us only makes us stronger.
You know how high the stakes are? We clinched a spot at the city championship.
I'm focused on what matters and you're not.
You are wild. Are you jealous?
Y'all are twins, but you can have different dreams.
We have been planning our future since we were 5. He can't just up and change his mind. Life ain't all about ball. So what is it about?
I know you're going through a lot right now. You are not alone.
You've been waiting for the championship since you started middle school.
Plans change.
Nothing changes.
You don't run the world. Maybe I do.
It must be nice for your son to be so protected because his mother is the principal.
If you don't keep that ego in check, you're gonna lose yourself.
We go hard, just like we always have.
No matter what, you're a net tied together.
Let's rock this! We got this! Let's rock this! We got this! Let's rock this!
The Crossover, new original series, streaming April 5th on Disney+.
Dribble, fake.
So that was just a little preview of the show that we will watch when we finish reading the book. I hope that got you guys interested. And now we're going to really dive into what the book will be about. You've already seen a little bit in this preview that it's about basketball and it's about twin brothers. So go to this link right here and you're going to fill out your next concept map. What is the crossover about? Who is writing the show? Who stars in the pilot episode? Who will narrate the show? When was the crossover written? And what is something people have said about it? So you figured out a little bit from that preview, but you'll need to read through this website to get the rest of that information. Okay, finally, we're going to talk about the star of the show, Jalen Hall. So if you need to find this information, Like I said, we have this link, but you can also follow these troubleshooting steps to learn a little bit more about Hall and what other things he has been in as the star of our show. So then you're going to learn a little bit more about the star of the show. Hall, who plays our Josh Bell, is really important because he's played a lot of amazing roles about historical figures that are very important to our society today. In the crossover, he plays Josh Bell, who is our main character and the narrator. So you're going to click on this link to answer the following questions about the star Jalen Hall. Who else has this actor portrayed that is an important historical figure? How did he prepare to be a basketball star like his character in the story? And what is one thing he says about all the historical roles that he has played? Next, you are going to preview the book. This is going to be really fun because this is our first graphic novel we are reading, so I want you to take a look at it. To do this, you're going to go to the Norwalk Public Library website and preview a graphic novel of the book. When previewing, you will get to read the preview and summarize what it is about below. So you'll go to the Norwalk Public Library. It should be linked here. When you get to the resources page, you should type in your library card number. If you forgot this, I can give it to you. Go to the search bar and type in the crossover graphic novel by Kwame Alexander, and then click on preview next to the crossover. This will open up the preview of the book, and you can read the full preview. When you're done previewing the book, write a 5-sentence basic summary about what is going on in the book and all the characters that you have met so far. You'll notice that you get a pretty decent sized preview of the book, so make sure you include all the information that you've learned. Finally, you're going to type your reflection. As always, after our web quests, we have a reflection about what we have learned. So your reflection question is, who is the author of the crossover? Now that you've done your research, I want you to write a reflection answering this essential question above. Be specific and write about who our author is, why he wrote this story, and what the story is going to be about. Conclusion. So hopefully you have learned a great deal about Kwame Alexander and the crossover through our research today. Now that you have all of this information, you will have a better understanding of the story we are about to begin reading.